Hey, this video is for those of you who weren't able to attend the meeting this morning. We just went over how to set up your Quizlet account and how to practice some of the card decks that I made for our social studies department class. Well, it's not really a class, but that's what they call it. So I'm going to share with you my screen and walk through the steps. So um, I strongly recommend opening up Chrome and signing in to Chrome so that you're already signed into your Google account. You'll be able to sign up with Google so you don't have to use a different username or enter your email address or even a new password. It'll just recognize the security through Google. Since I'm already signed into Google, I'm just going to click Google sign in and it'll go right to my account. Once I select which one it wants me to use, I want to use the g.detnisd.org account. As you can see, it brings me to this dashboard here. Over here, there's classes. I made a social studies department class. For you to join this class, you just search classes to join. You click join a class down here, join or create. You can create classes for yourself and for your students. Join a class in this case is what you're going to be doing. But when you click there, you go here and just type in DHS department, and it should come up right there with Denton High School, Denton, Texas. Click join the class, and I'll approve your request, and you'll have access to this right here. This first one has beliefs and practices. It just goes through a list of beliefs and practices copied right from the secondary guidelines that we got this year. What's nice about this is you can actually look at the class progress. Okay, on this one we had 7 students working on this. 6 of them completed some study activities. All of them completed this quiz, this test that I asked you to complete in one of the emails. And it also shows you a little breakdown about how well they did. I know for a fact that 90% to 90 to 100% of the people who practice this got all this stuff right. I know that I don't have to talk about this over and over now in class or in our meetings, because it gives me this information right there about how well you did. But maybe some of this other stuff right here, students will be expected to complete all assignments on time and in their entirety. This is kind of one of those things that we still don't really understand. What's interesting about this is this is also consistent with the kind of conversations we've been having and the kinds of issues that we're running up against. So this tells me that we need to look more closely at that part and perhaps provide some more practice or some more discussions or a different way for people to deepen or strengthen their understanding about what it means to implement this expectation. You can also let's look at what scores. You can see just a overall scores here for the practice. The sharing, the tools over here for sharing and printing are really cool. Let's say I wanted to print. Let's look at a different deck. Kind of like this other deck, social studies skills. Social studies skills, just so you know, it actually is all about the skills from the laundry list of the TEKs that we use to write our SMART goals. Let me just quickly find the SMART goals. SMART goals. Here we go. Our SMART goal, right, we're based on 29B, right, and I think also 29H, right. This is just a chart that I shared with you guys. It's also in the DHS Social Studies Department folder. It starts with our goal. We have our indicators, which this is all the stuff that I used for this card deck right here, right? These cards. Okay, so you could look through and kind of, practice and learn.
Students assign each of the cards or effect label to several actions, conditions, and other factors related to a major event, decision, or other significant movement in history.
So if you have like ELLs, ESL classes or students in your class, this will read it to you, or you could actually add your own voice and you could read it to them. It's kind of a nice, quick, easy feature there. I'm kind of jumping around a lot, but just to make sure you know that this card deck right here is coming from our SMART goals that we developed, right? We also had our measures, how we're measuring it, right? work samples, common assessments, and then also our TEKS-based assessments for that are the district benchmarks. And then we had our targets. We're trying to hit 60% passing dual coded items, right? Those questions that have both the skills and the content TEKS all in one. And then on our common assessments that they get 3 out of the 5 items correct. We also want them to be able to, in the end, analyze any set of information and solve or respond to a problem. Okay. Um, let's see here. The Just wrapping this up, I gave you a link to a test. Now, once you make a deck, you can instantly make a test and click over here. What kind of questions you want? Maybe you want all 10 items. I want all 10 items, and I want multiple choice, right? I think I gave you a matching quiz for this one. So please complete that, just so you can get an idea of what it's like to do all that. Um, and please, refer back to this list. These are the things, these are the activities, these are the things that we need the students to be practicing and be able to do to be successful on STAR. We made these goals together. This wasn't something that came out of nowhere. It was based on assessment results and data. It was also based on what we agreed to focus on. So I've shown you Quizlet, how to set up an account. I've showed you how to track practice through Quizlet. Works really well when students want to reassess on a vocabulary quiz, for example, and you say, well, let's look at your practice. And you can let them know, like, look, based on your practice, I think you need to try this or that. Or like a kid came into me this week and said, well, I haven't done any practice. And I said, yeah, I can clearly see. Let's fix that and then come back to me another time. And it's not more work on our part. You have a one-stop shop for making and printing quizzes and tests, instructional materials, digital practice that they can do almost anywhere on their smartphones. It's easy to share this stuff on Twitter, Facebook, or email links, or just get short links to put on your website. This stuff is embeddable in websites. It's you make one deck and you have all these things available to you. Tracking your progress, it's documentation for reassessment, all in one deal. Right? You could teach class from here. You can put images in the card decks. You can do a lot of stuff with this. So if you explore it and try it, I think you'll find that it saves you a lot of time and gives you a lot of valuable information that we really need, in particular, to achieve our SMART goals that we set at the beginning of the year and to effectively implement the new grading system. Thanks.